The XYZ Method is exactly the right place to find inspiration from people that have been exactly where you are and that have changed their lives forever. In this video, we're going to see how our guest Cori decided to quit her job and take her life to a new level. Do you think you can do a lot more with your life and your talents? Okay guys, so welcome to this episode of the XYZ Method. Hope you're gonna like it. And we're here today with Cori, and she's gonna tell us a little bit about her life story and hopefully inspire us all. So yeah, Cori, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm Cori. I'm from Germany, 33 years old, and I decided to quit my job so I can travel the world.
Awesome. How long have you been doing it?
So I've been on the road since 6 months.
Okay.
And there's another 6 to 8 months to come.
Sweet.
And if I manage to make some money, it might be even longer.
Nice. And where did you start?
So I started in Cuba
Okay.
and worked my way down south.
Okay.
So basically traveled all of Central America except for El Salvador. But only because I didn't have time, not because I was afraid.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So just to give you guys a little bit of background, she's now stuck in Colombia. She said she's leaving, but she might not. Let's see what happens. Not because of security reasons, but she loves it so much. So yeah, that's awesome. And hey, do you want to share any story or anything that has happened since like you started or before that or anything?
Well, there's a lot of stories.
Okay.
One story, for example, was I climbed a volcano, which was amazing. It was 5 hours, steep uphill,
Okay.
pretty tough walk, but it was really rewarding. By the time you got up, we saw another volcano across, erupting, lava and everything. So that was
Oh wow.
pretty amazing.
Nice. Where was that?
In Guatemala.
Guatemala. Nice.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
No,
No.
just amazed.
Okay. Sweet.
I still am. When I look at the videos, the pictures, still get the goosebumps.
Sweet, sweet. So, what do you think has been your toughest moment so far? I mean, this last few months or before that, or?
That was actually also the volcano, because the climb was really tough and really
Okay.
steep, and we all had to carry our backpacks with camping equipment, because we
wow.
wouldn't just climb it, we would actually camp up there, so tents and food, water, everything, so the backpack was rather heavy.
Okay.
And I started on my descent, and after like 10 minutes I felt tingling in my fingers and my back and my toes, and that's exactly how my dislocated disc started a couple years back. So I knew it was going to happen again, and I thought I have to stop right now, because if I keep on climbing like this with the backpack, I can just straight fly home. So I went up to the guide and told him that I need someone to carry my bags, and luckily we were still like, kind of close to the bottom, so he called another guide, and I had to pay a lot of money
Right.
for this guy to carry my bag, but that way I was still able to go. And it was still really hard. Like, it was really a steep climb. We were walking through volcanic ash.
Oh wow.
So you take like one step forward and you slide another half step back. So it
That's
was
crazy.
hard.
Were you scared then, or not really?
At some point I was only scared about my health,
Okay.
because I thought if this is not going away, this feeling, then I don't know what, like I'm in the middle of Guatemala, in the middle of nowhere, with maybe a dislocated disc coming again. Like
Wow.
there's just nothing that I could do about it. And if it really happens again, like you can't move. And it was the worst pain in my life so far
Wow.
that I had to experience. So that was really, a scary moment when I thought that it might happen again.
That sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, but I managed and everything was fine.
That's good. And was that your second month into the trip? Or?
That was, probably around after 2 months,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have not been good to
No,
go back home.
no.
Yeah.
It's like, hey mom, I'm back. I know you told me so. Yeah.
So, Cori, I think a lot of us wanted to know what was your turning point in life, or if you've had more than one.
It was definitely more than one.
Okay.
I quit my job already a couple times before to go travel. Usually just for about half a year or even just a month or so.
Yeah.
But at some points now at the end, like last year, I was so fed up with work, and I thought like now I'm still kind of young,
Okay.
and still single, so I have no attachments, no children. So I thought
That's
like
important.
exactly. So if not now, then when?
Mhm.
So I figured I have to quit my job now, and
Okay.
fulfill my dream. So I figured.
Was it hard to quit?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Okay.
It's like I planted this seed already in my brain, like
Mhm.
almost a year before that,
Okay.
where it slowly started to grow. Was thought about doing a world travel,
Yeah.
and I know myself when I want to do something, and I can't stop thinking about it. I know I'm gonna end up doing it. It doesn't matter how it is or how I can do it or how I can achieve it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen.
Okay. Sweet. And what about your friends and family? What did they think?
Yeah, they weren't too happy. Even though I told my family, for example, that I'm going to be gone for a year.
Yeah.
After 4 months already, they'd start bothering me. Like, so when are you coming back home again? Are you going to be home for Christmas? And my mom would always say, like, why are you traveling in such dangerous countries? When I would tell her I'm in Nicaragua right now or Panama.
Mhm.
She's like, why would you do that? Like, voluntarily.
Okay, I can see that. All right.
But then I sent her pictures of me like in the Caribbean, on the private islands,
Mhm.
or snorkeling with dolphins, just having the best time of my life.
Oh, I guess she was pretty jealous.
I guess so. I don't know any other explanation because
Wow, sweet.
I'm living the life.
Yeah, it sounds like you are.
I am.
And what about your friends? What were their reaction?
It's hard for them.
Okay.
So I think for them it's even harder than for my family.
All right.
For some of them at least. I have one best friend, she can't even talk to me. Like I can't tell her where I am because she's so jealous about it that she asks me where I am and I'm like, do you really want to know? She's like, no, I guess not.
Okay. I see.
And if I tell her like, yeah, I'm in Mexico, she's like, oh no, I didn't want to know. So now she's asking like, where are you? I'm like, well, like what do you expect me to say?
Yeah.
It's not going to be Germany. So I guess no matter which country I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be bad for you.
And why doesn't she join?
No money.
No money.
No money.
Okay.
And not just no money, but also like in debt.
So Cori, the moment of truth. What do you think is your XYZ?
So I think because I started a travel blog,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously like in the back of my mind, I was starting it as well to make some money with it at some point.
Yeah.
But also my travel blog addresses people who never traveled before
Mm-hmm.
and maybe who are scared of going backpacking by themselves or just go out in the world and travel. So my travel blog is supposed to help them, like the first steps, so they know what to pack,
Mm-hmm.
where they can go, what to do, how they can obtain visas, like where they even need visas. So, and they can always write me as well, so they get like little helping hand.
Okay. Sounds
So
pretty
they can conquer the world as well.
good. Nice. That's awesome. And now that you're talking about that, how does it feel? How do you feel traveling alone in South America,
I
Latin America?
hardly ever am alone.
Oh, okay.
It's of course there's times and places where there's not many backpackers around,
Mhm.
but for example Central America is very easy to travel to.
Okay.
There's all the backpackers kind of the same route,
Mhm.
so when you meet people in a hostel, usually you go the same places, so you just team up
Yeah.
and then you travel together, whether it'll be just a day or two or a week or two or even like months. Like I've had it all before.
All right.
So that's really easy. Now in South America, I have to say it's a little bit harder
Mhm.
because the countries or the whole continent is just so much bigger
All
that
right.
the distances are greater.
Okay.
And that way, even if you meet other backpackers who might have the same destinations, they're
Mhm.
not gonna do it at the same time.
Yeah.
So they might jump north first and then to the west or the other side. So that's a little harder. So here I've been finding myself traveling alone a lot more.
Yep.
But that's not really a problem either. Because even if I sit on the bus by myself, there's always people around me.
Yeah.
If I talk to them or if I don't, it's up to me. Same as in hostels, like you still meet other people there. So you might still have someone for that specific location that you're in,
Yeah.
even if it's just for the one day. But usually, if you're open-minded, you find people.
That sounds great. And what's been your favorite country so far?
I've had that question a lot. It's really hard to say, because I did have the best time of my life in Utila, in Honduras.
All right.
But that's also because I'm diving.
Okay.
So it's definitely an island for diving. But I've been snorkeling with dolphins there. I've seen a whale shark. I've been swimming in bioluminescence,
Oh wow.
which is like, I've been swimming through paint basically. It was absolutely amazing.
Sounds fantastic.
And yeah, so I guess that has to be one of my top favorites.
Oh.
But Colombia is really high up as well. I mean, I've been here now the longest as in any other country. Like I've been here 6 or 7 weeks now.
Yeah.
And as I said, still here. And Nicaragua was pretty amazing too. But all the countries have some amazing places. So it's really hard to just stick to one single one. It doesn't work like that.
Okay. Yeah. Then that happens at times.
It does.
Maybe when you're done, you'll look back and you'll choose Colombia.
It might happen.
So yeah, now that we're coming to the end of this episode, Cori, do you have any advice that you would like to give us?
Don't let anything or anyone stop you. If you have a dream, just go for it. Just do it. No matter what other people say. Because it's your life and it's the only one you have. So make it count.
It's pretty good. Thank you guys for watching this episode. If you guys want to know more about Cori, I'll follow her. We'll leave the links down here somewhere or on our profile on YouTube. So yeah, go ahead and follow Cori, and hey, you never know, you might meet her somewhere in the world, right?
I'll be around.
Take it easy, guys. Thank you, Cori.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for having me.
All
At
right,
XYZ.
Awesome. Good.